Alrighty, folks, coming at you guys today with a recap of the version 1.7 dev stream that we got on Tuesday. The patch is coming out the 22nd. We got the dev stream the 15th, so next Tuesday the patch goes live. I expected to have more discussion about this dev stream and the stuff that they revealed in it, but they really didn't show us anything that we weren't already expecting or looking forward to. We got the new hero Renna, and we've got Legacy, the return of the original Paragon map. Not too much to discuss, like I said, about this. I was hoping for a little bit more, to be honest with you, but it's okay. We're still looking forward to this patch very much. Timestamps below. I've clipped out for your convenience the two portions of the stream where they showed off all the Renna footage and they showed off all the Legacy footage. I'm sure in the coming days, or maybe already by now, there's videos up from content creators who played on the test server showing off the new hero Renna and the Legacy map. But timestamps below so you can check these out in a convenient manner. They did keep the dev stream itself short. I will link the full dev stream below so you can watch it as well. It's only about 40-ish minutes, a little over 40 minutes. So check that one out if you're interested. Just wanted to keep everybody in the loop prior to us receiving the patch notes and the official Renna abilities breakdown, which we should be getting sometime later this week. I would think by the weekend we'll make a video on that one as well for you guys. So check this one out. The only things I really wanted to mention are Renna looks like a control mage with a lot of scaling. She's got this essence pickup system where she should have continual scaling into the late game, picking up the essence and improving her abilities. Her kit looks like a ranged multi-shot damaging ability that pierces, a lobbed projectile that mezzes if you hit targets or splash targets in the area, and then some sort of AoE ground target slow with potentially a pull tied to it, similar to Argus's crystal ability. And then her ult is a blink followed by a massive AoE slow and damage ability. I don't know if it slows, it's kind of hard to tell in the video. They only showed it once over the orb pit, but definitely deals damage in a tick method, some sort of tick damage method. So that's what her kit looks like. Her passive makes her slowly float down rather than fall down when you jump. So interesting stuff for sure. Looks like a fun hero. Gonna be fun to see how her scaling actually pans out by the time it hits live patch. Keep in mind this hero will be ridiculously overtuned for probably 6 weeks-ish after release. So if you want to play her at full strength, play her right at release. Looking forward to it. As far as Legacy, doesn't look like much has changed. Looks like the map is about the same size. One thing that worries me is Ace did say, hey, it felt a little slow rotating around the map, so we had to up the movement speed. Why are we forcing this hero shooter, everyone rotate at all times mechanic? You know, I was hoping at least on Legacy we'd kind of escape that. We'll see how it pans out. If the move speed boost is too much, you know, I just want to play in lane. I want to have some sort of laning phase, but it's whatever. It doesn't look like they rebalanced any of the objectives either, so likely Legacy will still be won based off of which team gets 3 Fang Tooths and which team takes Orb Prime to close the game out, but it's all good. No Orb Prime dunking either, and they did add Gold buff and Cyan buff with teleporters on the outside lanes. Other than that, does not look much different. Still has the shadow pools and all that kind of stuff. Bigger pits, a straight mid lane, core to core, which is very cool. And it does look very nice. The jungle, the sunken jungle, all that looks really nice. It's going to be fun playing on Legacy again. We'll see how it pans out. Look for some other content creators who have test server footage if you're interested. If I find any of those by the time I publish this video, I will link them below as well. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Check out these 2 clips. Check out the official reveal trailer for Renna if you're interested. I'll link it below as well. And look forward to the patch notes coming later this week. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks for everybody that's been hanging out in the live streams too. We've been having a ton of fun in the YouTube live streams and doing a couple Twitch live streams as well. So come by, hang out with us, talk about the meta. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to in 1.7. There's not much. I mean, either you're looking forward to the new hero, you're looking forward to Legacy, or both. The final thing that they announced at the very end, which was the big reveal. Oh my gosh, big exciting reveal. 24/7 ranked is going permanent Finally, we've had 24/7 ranked now for a while, almost since 1.6.2, but they've announced it's officially going permanent as of 1.7, so all good news for Pred. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We'll catch you in the next one. Keep enjoying Pred, folks. Just keep enjoying Pred.
Starting from the top here, Renna is going to be a dark sorceress. She is the sorceress of the Rift as well. And as you guys saw there, the Rift is kind of scary. I'm not going to lie to you. So you better watch out for her when she comes through. But, you know, families, they all got issues, right? Everybody has their own sort of clashes between their siblings. And as you know, Yurei is a very solemnly trained assassin. She's there to bind the souls. And Renna, she's there to break them free. She's there to take them to her side and become empowered beyond your wildest imagination.
Oh, so exciting, so cool. Now we get to see a little bit of the gameplay here. You're seeing some pretty cool stuff. Ace, I just want to get your initial thoughts on that bumper video and then also a bit of the gameplay as well for Renna.
Well, yeah, the video was crazy. That was the first time I watched it, so that looked insane. I'm really excited. Renna's, she's a lot of fun. I've probably been spamming her a lot in testing as well. I really enjoy the character. I do like my mid laners, so I'm a little biased, but she is a real blast to play.
Very cool. Well, let's talk a little bit about what we're seeing in this looped video here. We've got some incredible new VFX, some incredible new abilities to play around with and get our hands on, our grubby little hands on. I'm very excited. So talk us through it a little bit there, Lermy.
Yeah, so Renna, of course, is a mid laner. She's going to be doing a lot of your typical mage things. I know we've been seeing a lot of excitement around getting a very neat and new traditional mage over in the mid lane. So now's your time, mid laners. Rise up. Can't wait to see a lot of that Renna spam. But what does she actually do? Well, the first thing that she does is that she's got a solid amount of control. She wants to kind of pull you in, make you feel safe, but actually you're very much not safe when you're around this character because she's got a lot of different ways to kind of keep people in place and then also control areas is going to be her biggest thing. And as you guys saw there, there's quite a few things that she's throwing out. She's got a lot of aim potential, which I think is really fun. A couple lobs, as you guys have seen, which are just so fun to kind of hit from really far away. Feels really satisfying on top of that. And that's not even to mention the ultimate, which you saw a clip a little bit earlier of her using it over the orb prime pit. Right here? Yeah, that's just insane.
Oh. So since I haven't been able to play her at all, I want to know, what does this ult do? Can we spoil a little bit about what the ult does before the actual overview video comes out? Because I'm kind of itching to know exactly what is happening in that video.
Yes. So in this video that you're seeing, Renna is using her ultimate, right? And this ultimate essentially is going to be a blink built in to this ability that puts you up in the sky, further forward, kind of depending wherever you need to go to get this set up, you are able to do it. And it also does affect people below you. So like you saw in the orb prime pit, if you're ulting into the air, it's going to send out these waves of energy from this very creepy demonic eyeball, which you can also see kind of engraved into her back a little bit of body horror there. Kind of neat theme for a character like this. And that is also a bit of a fun little teaser for maybe even our next hero coming along a little bit later. But we'll talk about that another time. Today's all about Renna, and that ultimate really is just the epitome of her contract with the Demon King.
Ooh, a little bit of a teaser there for you. I know you guys like a little bit of the teasers, so there's another one for you straight from the butcher's mouth. Ace, I want to talk a little bit about, like, maybe you said you've been playing this a lot in testing. Like, what's been your favorite moments so far? Have you like made like a sick play with Renna so far?
Yeah, I think the ult has been pretty awesome. So you can use your E to like mesmerize them, which kind of pulls them towards you, and then you can use your ult. And the cool thing about her ult is you combine it with her like passive where she like hovers, so you won't fall instantly to the ground. So if you use it high in the sky, you'll kind of like float very slowly to the ground, which is great because like melee targets can't get you. So I've had some really great plays where you're just like trying to cast it as high as possible, and it's just like raining damage down, which is, it's so fun. And then one of the things that I really enjoy about her is she gets these little things that you can pick up on the ground that you kind of see in this video. So as you kill things in the game, she drops stuff that you can pick up. When you pick up these things, they buff your abilities in certain ways. So as the game progresses, if the game goes on for quite a while, you're getting insanely strong compared to other people that don't have this mechanic in their kit. So I quite enjoy that. And if you can stack really well, you can take advantage of it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, the stacking is what makes her so unique, right? She's got a very, very great late game play style, which I know a lot of people love to build up all of that excitement for the late game, get those really unique effects, and it certainly does have a really huge change from the beginning of the game to the end of the game in terms of how strong you get. And it's not just your ability to get stronger, that of course comes with your stats. It really is all about everything combined between picking up those essences, which you can see right there on the ground. You walk over them, you pick them up, and the more of those you get, the stronger you become.
A little bit of scaling, a little bit of skill ceiling, a little bit of if you master this hero, you're going to be disgusting on the field. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it with my mind's eye. Ooh, oh, the eye in the sky. Okay, that was a little bit on the nose. I apologize. But this is really exciting. We have a mid laner coming up. Now, I see a lot of people in the chat. They were talking about, they were, at least at the beginning of the stream, they were like, I hope it's a support. Now, are there some support implications? It's kind of looking like it. What do you think, Lermy?
Yeah, there definitely can be. Just in the base kit alone, she's got a lot of CC, so there is definitely potential for that, and she's got quite a bit of range as well, so it's nice to have that poke in that kind of situation. But, of course, after 1.6, we've got the augment system, ladies and gentlemen, so we gotta be hitting them with a support augment, and you'll see more of that soon enough, I'm sure.
Now, don't give away the augment itself here, Ace, but what is the augment that you have been going and testing for Renna? Like, what's the overarching goal of it?
Without giving it away, it's a little tricky.
Is it like a damage one? Did you go the support one, or is it like?
I think the one that I went with helps her economy. So I like the little economy boost. Yeah.
Okay. You hear that? We got a little bit of a spoiler from Lermy saying that there might be a little bit of a support-centered one. And then we got this other one here for some economy. This is pretty exciting. So get ready because Renna comes out the 22nd of June. It's coming up really fast, guys.
You mean July? Because June is gone.
July? Oh, I see what I did there. Guys, don't worry. It's July. June kind of disappeared because BCC was so sick and so exciting. And I can't wait for another competition to see like what some of these comp players are going to do with Renna as well. It's going to be very exciting to watch. Awesome. Yeah. I'm loving the visual effects as well. The VFX of this hero has been so exciting to watch. But I think, I think that's enough. That was
solid teaser.
Yeah. Just to look at how epic and gorgeous this video is. And while I get Smokey back in here, I am so sorry. Boom. Totally fine, guys. This is an exciting moment in Predecessor. We're bringing back Legacy, Agora. Smokey, tell us a little bit more about about what you guys did.
Sure, yeah. I think this is exactly what Labs was for, like to test stuff out with you guys to make sure that you guys get a voice as well. And so we can rotate game modes in and out and you guys can really provide your feedback. So I think it's time for those Legacy lovers to come and try the game out and let us know what you think. Let us know if this is something that you want us to invest more into. It gives you guys a chance as well just to kind of relive some of those memories that you guys hold, I'm sure, treasured. So definitely come and take a stop in 1.7. Give us all your thoughts about Legacy. And like I said, more to come on Labs. This is exactly what this kind of feature was for. Swap game modes in and out, get things tested with the community, and you guys can be the voice of how we drive certain initiatives. So really excited for that.
Love to hear that. I'm very excited to hop into it again on live and everything. And I think like one of the big things that I remember is just like playing Gadget mid lane, throwing down her ultimate and just like feeling so epic because of all of the oh my gosh, the foliage, how epic the jungle was, how epic the mid lane was. Ace, I wanna hear more about like what you guys are doing in this map.
Yeah, so obviously the Legacy had travel mode, and so what we did was we decided that we didn't feel like travel mode was the right mechanic for the game. So we basically brought in everything that we've done with Predecessor and we put it onto this map. And then we found that the game was still a bit slow. So we gave an increased move speed buff to all the heroes. So you traverse the map a lot faster. We also added jump pads. And so when you spawn from your base, on the 2 side lanes, you can take one jump pad, which leads to another jump pad, which takes you a little bit further. So you can get to the lane faster. And we felt that really helped because we play tested it without that. And we also play tested it without the move speed with a bunch of testers. And it felt very slow. But with this pacing, it actually felt pretty fine. So we did that. And then also we added teleporters onto our main map. So we thought, why not put teleporters onto this map? Because it takes a long time to get from side to side if you're just running. So on the sides, we added teleporters. So that area has changed slightly. And then we also put in the gold and the cyan buff. Also, I wasn't a big fan of harvesters. I don't think there's anything exciting about sitting there and just watching gold drain. So we changed that with a buff, which is a gold buff, which you can get, and it provides a team-wide gold buff for your team. So we've done a few things, we've adjusted it, and then we've obviously put a lot of the Predecessor mechanics on top. I think the interesting thing that I found is the All Prime fight is now in this massive pit, which is a space that currently is a lot more smaller on our main map. So those fights play out super interesting and very differently. So I've definitely enjoyed that. There's also the shadow pads that sit just next to the All Prime. So those of you that played on Legacy will know what I talk about. And then we've also put a little buff there as well. It's a little bit stronger. So yeah, we've added a few things, but also tried to stay true to what we've done. There is no All Prime dunking, but as Sergeant Smokey said, if this is a thing people really enjoy, then we'll continue to invest in it further.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of labs. That's what Smokey was talking about. We'll be able to bring back modes, bring this back. I'm sure like people are going to love this, and maybe even bring back, a little bit of Legacy later on in labs. But that's very exciting. I'm super stoked about this. And I mean, Smokey, do you have any like memories or even just new memories from playing Agora on Predecessor?
Yeah, I think one thing that I would say is like when I loaded first into the map, now that we've recreated it, it just gave me chills. Like it was one of those weird moments that like, I don't know if it was nostalgia hitting or just the fact of like being on Legacy, and that's the effect of that map. But it definitely gave me chills. And I think the side lanes are the most interesting for me. Where they have to like kind of dip down and then you get the jungle right next to it. That just creates so many interesting moments. And the lanes being higher than the jungle creates just this kind of point of view or perspective that you have where you can really enjoy all the scenery and all the environment that's been put together. And I think like those two things, it's just so special. Like those side lanes are what really makes it for me. I do love the mid lane that you can see down from core to core. That is also one of like those kind of staple Legacy features, and that too kind of was great to see be recreated here as well. So I think everyone's going to really enjoy the map. I think they're going to feel right at home. And the differences, as Ace spoke about, are more just to like enhance things, but it really doesn't take away from what Legacy was, and that those feelings you're going to get them. Like if you don't, I'd be very surprised. Let's just put it that way.
One of the cool things was, so obviously Paragon moved to Monolith and then they released a bunch of heroes. So some heroes from Paragon never got to play on Legacy. And so when we first did the playtest, I took Wukong. And Wukong, obviously, he can walk on clouds. So the cool thing is that if you go where the tier 2 is, it drops down into the jungle. But with Wukong, you can like run over all the flowers. So you can run over to the Orb Prime Pit without falling into the jungle. And to me, that was really cool. It's like you're on top of everything. You're above the flowers, above the trees. It just felt really kind of surreal. So I think it opens up pretty interesting things that you couldn't do before. And with Wukong, his E ability where he slams down, you can just catch people off guard because they can't see you because of the trees and all the flowers. So that was a lot of fun as well. It's something you couldn't do before.
Now, all that foliage and all that, the way the jungle is in Legacy, is this kind of, almost labs play test with everybody? Will this kind of help guide some future map changes possibly for Pred?
Yeah, I think we're always looking for feedback, trying to learn from you guys, what you guys like, what you guys don't like. So yeah, it's all part of feedback. So as Sergeant Smokey said, please share your feedback. Try it out. Bring your friends who used to play Paragon. Maybe they don't play Predecessor. Have them try out Legacy. Give us your feedback, and we'll kind of look at all the feedback and then use that to incorporate future changes, whether it's on this map or another map.
Very nice. Very nice. So excited to get my hands on Legacy in Predecessor. This is such an exciting time, chat. I see a lot of you are very excited to see Legacy Agora back in the game, back into Predecessor. I shouldn't say back into Predecessor, but here in Predecessor. This is going to be very exciting to play even some of the meta originals on the Legacy map. It's just, I'm sure something like that feels super surreal, Ace.
Yeah, it feels kind of crazy. I was playing a lot of Renna. She is a lot of fun on this map because she has also that hover mechanic, also the blink on her ultimate. A lot of fun. Skylar as well, because she can take advantage of a lot. So in Legacy, you have a lot of drop downs, and some of them are not that high. So even this one in mid lane, you can drop down. And Skylar with her E and her higher jump, she's able to take advantage of that way more than other heroes. So she's been a lot of fun to play on the map. Yeah, Zaris as well. His Colosseum is great in fights. And also we have the Fangtooth on the other side. That space is actually quite narrow, if you remember Legacy. So those fights where you have like Zaris's cage, a lot of fun. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy to play our own heroes on Legacy. Definitely, if you asked me like 6-7 years ago, I would have thought like you're crazy. So it's definitely definitely a surreal moment.
Yeah. Any feelings on that for you as well, Smokey? Just seeing your own characters in or on Agora.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play a lot of the kind of Omega original characters, unfortunately. So I was playing mostly just like kind of the classic Paragon ones on this map when I was testing it out. And then I did watch back. So I had played with some of our heroes, and then I watched back some of the old footage just to kind of see the difference and whether or not that was like whether or not there's going to be a tangible difference. And Legacy old gameplay is just, the speed of it was just so different, and some of the mechanics were different as well. Like I was watching some Murdoch gameplay when he still had that shield to bounce back, and so I think that even the older heroes are still going to feel a little bit new on this map. There's things that you weren't able to do in Legacy that you can do now, especially with all the changes that we've done in 1.6 and then in 1.4. So I would definitely try even the classics, try them again. Basically try every hero in this map. It's going to be amazing. I think you're going to rediscover some techniques that you weren't able to do before.
So exciting. Now, I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat about the running animation. Are we going to be seeing that again, or are we nixing on that one?
No, yeah, as I mentioned, we're not doing travel mode. So I think we don't think travel mode is a healthy mechanic. So what we did was, as I mentioned, we increased the move speed for characters, but there's no travel mode because we don't think it's a healthy mechanic.
Agreed. Well, very exciting. I almost don't want this video to go because I keep wanting to stare at it, but alas,